Hey guys! I'm Jamie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this isn't your first time here. Either way, I'm so happy to have you. Today I am, testing out some new equipment that my wonderful husband got me for Christmas. I have a couple of new microphones, only using one of them right now, obviously, but I'm using a wireless mic that's a Rode wireless mic. And then I have two new lights that I'm using. So super exciting new gifts that I'm still trying to get used to, but I thought a fun way to test them out and kind of play with them a little bit would be to do a quick video just kind of sharing my New Year's resolutions with you guys. So I always make New Year's resolutions every year. I don't always stick to them, but I tend to do a pretty good job of it. So last year I resolved that I would exercise more, and around March I started walking on my treadmill every single day, every single weekday. So, for the most part I have stuck with that resolution. So I'm trying my best to just kind of better myself in ways that are manageable. So let's talk about this year's resolutions. I'm going to start with work because I spend so much of my time at work. So I am a librarian. I work in a public library and I work primarily in the children's room. So things have been a little bit odd this year. Obviously, we haven't had a lot of people in the library in general, but we definitely haven't had a lot of kids in the library. So it's been a really tough year because while I have worked in this library for many, many, many years, I took a break of about 3 years and I just started back in March. I started back a week before everything shut down. And so I didn't get a chance to do any of the programming that I was really looking forward to doing, and that made me kind of sad. So we've been doing almost all online programs, which are wonderful, and I've been doing a lot of kits, like I make craft kits and hand them out to kids, and they've been going over really well, but I am really looking forward to getting back into that in-person programming. So my big resolution for this year when it comes to work is I really want to start implementing some new programming. So our library statistics have kind of gone down in the children's room in the past few years, and I want to see that fixed. I want to see more kids in the library, more circulation, more books checked out, and I'm really looking forward to trying some new things to make that happen. So in obviously the first half of the year, or whatever it's going to be, the things that we need to do are going to be more virtual based. So I want to start doing story time kits and maybe some story times that have a little bit more interaction, things like that. So anyway, that's my very first resolution having to do with work. And really, that's pretty much my only resolution having to do with work at this point, because right now things are so crazy, we don't even know from day to day what's going to change. Right now our library is open to the public, but that could change next week depending on how many people went and spent time with relatives and we're not quite as careful maybe as they have been. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's my work resolution. All right, let's talk about YouTube. I went into this whole YouTube thing with kind of one goal in mind. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos. It's what I do in the morning as I'm eating my breakfast. It's what I do on the treadmill as I'm walking for 20 minutes a day. And I watch a lot of you guys. I watch a lot of the Stitch Fix unboxings and Trendsend and Trunk Club and Wantable and every other subscription box out there that I can find. I watch these unboxings and I love them. And so that was kind of my goal in doing this. Because I love watching other people see what's in their boxes so much, I thought, well, maybe somebody would want to see what I get. So that's why I started sharing these videos. So really, that is my only goal with this. I don't have a plan to grow my channel in any real way. I'll be honest with you, most of the time I don't think I'm interesting enough to have that many people care what I am sharing. So when you guys do watch and comment and share opinions, I love it so much, and it just kind of, I think, adds a little bit of valuation, I guess, to what I do here, and it just makes me really happy that somebody else is interested in what's going on in my life. So while I very much appreciate that and am so happy anytime I hear from you guys, I don't have a grand goal of like making a certain number of subscribers or anything like that. That being said, if you're watching this and you like the kind of things I mentioned before, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. This is what I do. This is what I love. I love fashion, even though I'm not always the best at it. And I think probably a lot of people are in that same boat. So anyway, that being said, when it comes to YouTube, my goal this year is to try out some new subscriptions. So thus far, the subscriptions I have tried are Stitch Fix, Fashom, ThredUp, and Penny and Grace. So 3 clothing subscriptions and a jewelry subscription. Oh, we also have an Ipsy subscription, and my son and I have a Munch Pack subscription. That's a food, like a snack subscription. So I will definitely film at least one of those in the coming months so that you can see Gavin and I trying our snack subscription. But I have a lot of other clothing companies that I would like to try subscription boxes from. So that's my goal for YouTube. All right, so a couple of personal resolutions. First of all, finances. My husband and I have been doing a pretty good job of saving money in the last few years. I started in 2017. I made it a resolution that I would save more. We weren't doing very well with saving, and I feel like it's very important to have a good savings account, and especially right now where who knows what's going to happen on any given day or week or whatever. So I feel like it's really important that we save money. So my goal right now is to save $300 a week. I don't know if that's a good goal. I don't know if it, allows us to save the right amount for our retirement, but it's what is doable for us. So that's my goal. I have been doing it for the last couple of months and it's been working out really well, and I feel good about the money that we're saving. So that's my resolution for this year, is to save $300 a week. And so far, we both have our jobs. We both have the same paycheck that we've been getting. So that helps with that for sure. If things change, I might have to change my goals too. That being said, I do have another resolution to work more on my Etsy shop. So I have a small Etsy shop. It's a vintage Etsy shop, nothing too excited. It's just called The Vintage Gull. And I sell just vintage items, mostly toys and kitchen type things like dishes and things like that. So nothing super exciting, and it's pretty small right now. I have made probably 250 sales or so in the last, I think it's been almost 4 years. So, I haven't put a lot of effort into it, but I have gotten a good sized return from the effort I have put in. So my thought is that the more effort I put in, the more return I will get. And Etsy is kind of a fun platform to use because I do a lot of shopping on it myself. So I find that I know how to use it. It's user-friendly. So, I have a good time with it. I can print mailing labels right from it and not even have to spend much time in my post office, which is lovely. So anyway, that's another resolution, spend more time on my Etsy shop. And my last resolution is kind of a simple one and probably a no-brainer that I should have been sticking with all this time, but my last resolution has to do with fashion. That was my dog sneezing. And it's this. I have too many clothes that I don't really love. So my goal this year is to get down to a wardrobe that I love, items that I would be excited to wear every day. And that's going to really mean being careful about what I choose from all of these subscription boxes that I plan on trying out. And, really being careful about, 1, how much money I'm spending on all these items, and 2, actually having room for these things in my closet. I live in an old house, which means storage space is at a premium. I don't know if you know about old houses, but they didn't have a lot of clothes back in the early 1900s, so they didn't need gigantic closets. So even though our house is fully renovated, we didn't have room to put in big closets. So we don't have, we have finite space. So I need to be careful about what I have in my wardrobe. So that's good because financially it helps me out a little bit. And also it means that everything I own will be things that I love to wear. So I'm going to need your help with that because sometimes, especially with these subscription boxes, I don't have a friend there or a sister there to help me decide what looks great and what doesn't. And sometimes it can be hard to tell for yourself. So I will be taking you guys along and maybe getting some opinions on what I'm trying on and whether you think it looks like something that could really stay in my closet for the long run and be a real piece of value. So anyway, I had a little list here. I think I've hit every point, and this was kind of fun. So I'm really hoping that this microphone made everything sound okay, because I've just spoken for almost 12 minutes and I really don't want to have to go back and do it again. So I hope you all have such a happy new year, and I will be seeing you on the other side of it. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.